Hello? Hi! Hello! Welcome on in. Hello! Hi, Gore! Hi, Bonnie! Welcome on in. Happy Valentine's Day! Valentine's Day! Wait, it's so loud. Hold on.
Oh, hello there!
Oh my gosh, hi, Shrek! Oh my gosh. It's hip to be square, guys. Welcome on in! Guys, it's my favorite holiday. It's my favorite holiday. I wish I wasn't running around a little bit crazy style for my favorite holiday, but it's fine. We're allowed to run around crazy style occasionally. I originally was going to play a dating sim today, but then I thought it would be way more fun for me and probably also for Chad if holy moly, Gora 60 stream streak. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so many. That's so many. 60 of them? I don't even know how far back that goes. That's insane. That's so many. Thank you so much for the support. That's incredible. You deserve way more extra juice points for that. You deserve so much. Thank you so much for keeping me company of all this time. What the hell was I saying? Oh, I thought it would be more fun instead of doing a little a dating sim. I could just draw my OCs kissing or something like that. I feel bad. I'm like, I can't make a promise that I'm gonna draw them kissing because drawing kissing is really hard. But like, I could draw them being cute with each other, like, and talk about them because I think it's so fun. Yes! Guys, drawing kissing is really hard, okay? Especially when, like, you have characters with weird faces and snouts and stuff like that. Like, but I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're having a wonderful Valentine's Day. I hope you've bought yourself a yummy treat. Or somebody else that you love. I hope you bought them a yummy treat. I have a Valentine for you. I have a Valentine for all of you. I have a Valentine for you guys. Hold on. Hold on a minute here. Hold on a minute here. We gotta pass out our Valentines, okay? Here's mine. Here you go. Here's your Valentine. Here's your Valentine, chat. Here you go. Wait, I need to put chat on the screen. Hold on. Chat should eventually show up, I think. Hello? Where is my chat? Where are they? Well, maybe my chat box is broken, but you guys still get you still get your Valentine Eurahorse Valentine's card. This is the best Valentine that's ever been made. You've never drawn kissing? The idea scares you? I hope you're a visual learner. I hope you're a visual learner, Gore. I usually care less about drawing kissing and more about putting my characters into situations. It's more about the situations for me. I like drawing characters interacting, but I like drawing characters interacting with both of them facing like stage front. Like like actors where I can see both of their faces. Anyways, Valentine, you're a horse. We'll just like keep this. Oh, you know what I can do? You know what we can do? We can just pop this right in. Best bad boy right in here. I'll keep this in my other hand. This is for all of you. Yes. Wow! Valentine's. I love Valentine's Day. I love pink. I love love. I love my friends. I love my family. Um, I love all the things that make me so happy, like being able to stream and draw and just sort of like so much everything all the time. And I love having a holiday where I can be like, yay, yippee, I love it. I love heart-shaped objects. I love sweet treats. And I also love how so many of my friends are like, this is BZ Day. This is BZ's day. It's Valentine's Day. I'm like, it's true. It's my day. I love it so much. So I'm gonna draw OCs. I've shown this one. I'm gonna give you the rundown on my OCs at the beginning of stream here. Those of you who are here on time, you get the rundown on the little guys that exist, that swim around in my brain, that live up there rent free. First of all, this is my villain. This is my BZ verse villain. All of these OCs, I guess with the exception of Bacon, are like canon to the BZ verse. With my lore, my extended lore. And so this is my villain. If you're a fan of Big Nose Bug has like a villain type character with Randy Zazzle, and so I have also made one. This is Dr. Isaac Gray. Dr. Isaac Gray. She is a scientist. She is a cryptobiologist, xenobiologist, and she has the terrible task of returning the cryptids to Earth after they stole a spaceship from Area 51. That's who she is. If you don't know my lore, I am a cryptid. I am a Jersey Devil. I stole a spaceship from Area 51, and now I'm in space. That's the BZ lore. It's quite simple. I'm a little pirate. And so are all of my cryptid friends. So yeah, this is my evil scientist nemesis. Where is... I need to get another image of her. She has a pet slime. She has a pet slime. You need to see her cute pet slime. His name is Glib. His name is Glib. Her little pet slime. Wow! Wow! Also, I liked writing "don't talk" on this mug. Like, don't talk to me until after I've had my coffee, but just don't talk. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. She's got a pet slime. Little slime guy. We will see more of him. We will see more of him. His name is Glib. Is it her pet or does it just follow her? It is... Okay. Let me tell you about Glib. This is one of those characters where I was like, I want to leave this OC just sort of swimming around my brain and not tell anybody until I was like, fuck it, it doesn't matter. Glib is a very interesting little flubber. His deal is that he's like an intergalactic tapeworm mixed with clone vat goo. And basically, all of the men in black that make up like the Doctor's army all have this parasite in like a very small amount. But every time they clone a new one, they make more of this parasite that keeps showing up as runoff and becoming more flubber. There's just more flubber every single time that they clone somebody to add more people to this army. So, he starts off as just like a cute little flubber thing and eventually becomes more of just like a slime guy. He's just a slime guy. Here, I'll show you. Here's my slime guy. Here is my slime guy, my Tumblr sexy man. My Tumblr sexy man. My little goober. You thought I wouldn't have a slime guy. Just like a funny little slime guy a la Odo. You think me, #1 Odo fan in existence, wouldn't have my own slime guy? You're crazy. This is his playlist that we're listening to right now, actually. Hi, Perp! Oh my gosh, Perp, you're just in time. I'm explaining my OC to the chat. Perp knows this guy. Valentine, you're a horse. It's true. Hi! Hi! Many of my OCs are recycled from just sort of existing in my brain for, like, decades. This is one of them. This is one of them. I love him. He's one of my all-time guys. He's basically a bundle of anxiety that loves scary men. We love a recycled OC. It's sustainable. Refinement of characters, yes. He has anxiety, and he loves puppets and plastic figures of anime women, and he loves just sort of like confident, dominant women who tell him what to do. This is the I can make him worse arc. This is a character of mine that for so long people were like, wow, this is your only OC that's like a good person, and I had to correct them and be like, no, he's not a good person. He'll let any evil woman tell him what to do, and he'll like jump super high for them. He's just like naturally nice, and now I'm like, well, we'll just make him a goon. He's just a goon now, in like both senses of the word. Where's my song? Where's my song? Please play my song for me. YouTube, please. Can I have my song? Thank you. Girl stabbed him. He was like, this is fine. She's my best friend now. It's true. It's true. When me and Perp were playing dolls with our OCs, Perp's character did stab him, and he went, I guess we're best friends now. Like, oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. We'll be besties now. Because he loves proximity to power and being told what to do. Anyways, I love my little Muppet boy. I love my little Muppet, my Muppet of a man. This Bacon. This is Bacon. We know Bacon. Bacon is less of an OC for me and more of like a persona. And I just think she's so cute, and I like to draw her whenever I have like the ability to draw something really cute. I love her. She's so cute. So I might draw her. She's not really like canon to the BZ-verse in any like significant way or anything. I think she's cute. And then let's see what else. I feel like it'd be funny for Dr. Gray to just scoop out the most important piece to take with her when she doesn't want to wait for him to ready go. I love her. Bacon is so cute. Yes. Let me just get a scoop. I imagine it's one of those things where she would just like, because it's like a hive mind situation with Glib, like if you just have like a little bit of a chunk of him, you're gonna get all the information that you need. And also, like, it's a hive mind, so any of them, like, he has all of the memories of all of the men in black that are there. Yeah, that makes him a great spy. It makes him an incredible spy. It makes him incredibly dangerous in a very fun way. It's one of those things where it's like, I like to think it's a little bit of the thing of Odo, where he can sort of make himself look like a person, but he always gets like some kind of little detail wrong. And also, he doesn't really like it. He doesn't really like making himself look like a people, but he'll do it if he's like told to. So, it's, you know, Love One characters would be extremely dangerous if they were actually smart, but they aren't. I would say that Glib is decently smart. I think he's very dangerous, but he's not interested in being dangerous. Like, part of the thing is, I think that it's the thing of, he's kind of like letting her think that she's in control because he wants her to be in control, but also he's not going to give up the goat because then they can't keep playing in space for longer. Does that make sense? Like, it's a little bit of the, oh, I'm gonna fumble something at the very last second, and you're gonna punish me for it, but that's okay because I also kind of like that. Like, that's a little bit what the thing is there. Like, it's like, oh, I could absolutely bring this to a screeching halt if I wanted to. And I don't. That's like where a lot of the dynamic relies on. Wow, I really would like my YouTube to keep up, but it doesn't want to. Where are my other guys? And then there's these guys. These guys I've been wanting to redesign, especially because I watched Labyrinth the other night, and I was like, fuck, I want to make these guys look crazier. I want to make them look crazier because I watched Labyrinth, and I went, oh, I want to make some weird guys. But this is Lycan and Scribe, and these are my Toxic Yaoi boys. My Toxic Yaoi werewolf and vampire boys. They're from Halloween Planet. You're fucking with the dude on the left. This guy is also. This is Lycan. This is and spelled Lychen, like the moss, and then Scribe, spelled like also like the word. I have most of my characters have names that are just word names. But they're from Halloween Planet is what I call it. Great name, Halloween Planet. And basically it's like a planet where two separate species have developed, but they've developed symbiotically on a planet that doesn't have a ton of resources. And they have to drink each other's blood to survive. That's the gimmick. Is they have to. There's like a nutrient in the opposite alien that they need to survive. And so it's kind of like the vampires and the werewolves are constantly at war and eating each other. Toxic Yaoi! Toxic Yaoi! Yum, 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 yum. And also lots of fun stuff going on with, like, gender with these ones. Your character designs always say, oh my god, thank you, Bonnie! I love big hair. I love drawing characters with huge hair. Like, Lycan is a werewolf in that, like, I wanted to do werewolves and vampires, but this recycled OC has always been a cat. So I'm like, no, big cat. I also have been, like, messing around, like, turning around ideas in my mind of, like, anytime I make aliens, I always kind of want to play with gender and in fun and novel ways. Like, the idea that everything would have, like, the same sort of, like, gender and sex setup is insane to me when we don't even have that on our own planet for, like, all animals. So, both of them are kind of... They have a, like, a eusocial dynamic and like 3 genders. And then Lycan has like they're both basically soldier gender, if that makes sense. Like class as gender, they're both soldiers, but one is revered in one culture and the other is fodder in the other culture, if that makes sense. Drone ant shit. Yes, exactly. Drone ant shit. Always love the evolution of your art and seeing characters' hairs getting bigger and bigger, more hair, only hair. Yeah! Bigger. So I really like the idea of I like eusocial species. I think that that's fun with drone ants, and thinking about how that would like work in a culture that has like language and interacting with just sort of like our perception of gender and everything is fun. When I was first in your shoes, you did the thing where you drew sleigh outfits for people. I was that for my Barbie outfit debut? It could have been that. That sounds like something I would have done. I do love designing outfits. It's fun. I love drawing. I don't do it enough. Which is kind of why I wanted to do this, just like drawing my OCs for a stream. Anyway, my vampire and my werewolf. My big cat. Yeah. I like these two. These are the two that I like pick up and like throw around in my mind. I also have an idea of an OC that I've never drawn, and we'll see if I maybe even make an attempt today. But I really want to design some sharks. I really want to do some sharks. Some shark people for Beach Planet. I have like an idea in my mind that I have not executed because I don't feel comfortable drawing sharks. But I really like the idea of having with like shark aliens, having them be set up in such a way that they're kind of immortal, but they just like keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger until like they collapse under their own weight, essentially, and having like a megalodon shark butch wife megalodon shark who is also a don in the mafia sense. The Don. Gotta draw that bitch from Lilo and Stitch, sexy shark alien. Yeah, so that's part of why I'm like something a la Gantu from Lilo and Stitch, but not Gantu from Lilo and Stitch. And also a beautiful butch woman. And so I have, you could call her Donna. No, her name's Meg. Obviously, the Megalodon. Hi, Callum. Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Could roll in a thing where they can walk on land, then they get too old and big and they have to live in the ocean to support their bodies. Yes, that is my plan, is that, like, the Don lives, like, Beach Planet to me is basically like a water planet that people cruise regularly on. Like, ocean cruise, I should say. And then, like under the ocean, like the whole entire thing is just like a money laundering scheme for shark mafia. That's my plan with that. And then the Don, it like lives closer to the core because just like being close to the surface does not support the weight of that. And I also like the idea of her having like a bunch of like lamprey babes just sort of like hanging off of her, you know? Like, not in like a literal like bite sense or something like that, but just having like a bunch of babes hanging out and just being like, ooh. I have a very clear vision in my mind that I'm like scared to act on because I'm worried it's not going to come out the way that I want it to. Maybe a little nibble. Just just a little one. I also like the idea of the sharks having bioluminescent tattoos. I think that would be cool. Bioluminescent tattoos that are like reactive, so that way I don't have to draw them all the time, but I could draw them to make them look cool if I wanted to. Yeah, so those are my OCs. I was drawing a little bit over here. I was drawing last night, just for funsies. What's my pen right now? Something mysterious. Yeah, I was drawing a little bit last night, and I was surprised that I was able to draw with any decency. I think I drew me. It's like, do I remember how to draw myself? I do. I do remember how to draw myself. It's always a toss-up. It's always a toss-up whether or not it can happen. I drew this cute little bacon picking flowers. I don't know if I want to do more for this. My blep? Did I blep? Did it go through? Why am I not blepping? There's my blep. I did blep. It must have. I just didn't even notice. I bet. And then I drew this. It's a little horny. It's a little horny, but only because I'm so good at drawing women's bodies. Awooga! She's wearing clothes, I promise. Here, I'll draw more. I'll draw more. Where are your clothes at? Where's your fucking shirt at? Where's your fucking put your clothes back on? I need to see the collar of your shirt so I don't get in trouble. There you go. There's the collar, the shirt collar. There you go. She's wearing a shirt. Okay? Don't fucking tattle. Don't tell on me, okay? There's a funny little socks. Wow, yippee! Oh, I did draw this one too. I drew this one. Okay, I need to put on like a long playlist or something, I think. Now I'm just thinking of a bra with a popped collar built in. Holy shit, like... Whoa, Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia, awooga. That's crazy. You guys should know that glib is just sort of a number that's turned upside down. That's... I like having funny little names like that. Let's see. Or it's... It's just a number. And he just reads it upside down. He's like, that's my name, I guess. You're out of touch, and I'm out of time. I want to draw my evil scientist. No, you know... Oh, I drew this one, too. I drew this one. That was, like, a warm-up drawing. I don't know. I kind of want to do, like, no stakes. Just draw whatever I want. I love drawing characters doing this particular pose where it's えっとえっと he just wants to hang out and watch anime. He wants to watch anime and Muppets and just chill. I think a little bit the dynamic is slightly informed by Pluribus as well. I really enjoyed the like, we love you, Carol. We love you, Carol. I like to think that Dr. Gray is immune to whatever bullshit that this tapeworm is, and he's just like, okay, I'm just gonna be obsessed with you then. Like, I'm just gonna be obsessed with you. If I can't be you, it's like a little bit of a thing where I imagine that the Men in Black, who are like a kind of like a faceless force, like, I don't really care to distinguish any particular faces from the Men in Black. They're all just like regular goons. They're just meat. They're just meat. just sort of like just guys that can be cloned whenever to get more of them, and who cares? And they are fully in control of themselves. It's not like they have this intergalactic tapeworm that's controlling them. It's just sort of, it's one of those things where this is very much like a slow moving situation. Like, this is not something that would take over very quickly. It's just taking over very quickly because they're speeding up the process by using a cloning machine. It's very not smart. Who's the original guy? I feel like that's a character somehow. You wouldn't know. It's just my own OC. He is, I will say, very much like directly inspired by Kermit the Frog. So much so that when I do give him eyes, it's like, he's got like little Kermit eyes, little squid eyes. Little Kermit eyes. Oh, the original guy that the Men in Black are cloned from? Oh, they're just like regular people. They're just regular Dorito-shaped people with shaved heads, basically. Dorito people. Dorito people. And then the doctor is like around here, height-wise. Very small. Also a situation where it's like, originally there was like a head honcho Men in Black character that she just fucking killed him. She just killed whoever the captain was and was like, I'm in control of the cloning lever, and I want to be in control of where the ship is going. So I'll just bring you back whenever the fuck I want later. I'm in charge now. Damn, okay. You know, like, well, it doesn't even necessarily need to be like a she killed them directly. It's like space is so fucking dangerous. And I like to think that her entire force is just really, really stupid. You know? He could have just walked out the airlock without a helmet on, and she went, okay, well, I'm not bringing you back. Like, she can shove someone inconvenient into a cryopod. It's not murder if you can just clone them. In her eyes. If you can just, like, recreate them, if you can, like, reprint them a la Mickey 17, it's not murder. We still have the stuff. She can just lie and say, "Ah, shit. Shit, we don't have that guy anymore. He didn't finish. Ah, shit, we forgot that data. We forgot that data back, you know, back on the planet. Ooh, oh no. Ooh, oh no. We're so far away from being able to be in, like, communication. Oh no. Oh, so she'd have no hesitation taking a Star Trek transporter? Yeah, 100%. 100%. I also, like, you know what, I wanted to do this too, because I like the idea of her having, at some point, getting, like, fed up with, people being stupid, so she clones herself. And the clone idea that I have for her, is, her name, because the doctor's name is Isaac Gray. And then she'd have a clone, and her name is Jolly. I've been calling her Jolly, which is short for Jolene, which is, of course, a reference to both Dolly Parton and, like, Dolly the sheep. Mahler twins? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, but I would like to know. Oh, it's invincible. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. That's all I need to know. But I also like the idea of having all of the clones have, like, a marker, like a genetic marker to designate that they are clones. Or at least she would have one for herself, you know? She's smart enough to be like, I can't make a clone of myself and then get confused about which one is the real one or not. You know? And so it's like, you're gonna get a genetic marker. So we know which one is the original. Super Genius Guy clones himself, constantly argues with his clone over who's the original. Occasionally one of them kills the other and makes a new clone. Yeah. Makes them glow under black light! That's exactly what it is, perp. Is that the clone, Jolly, has, her nails glow in the dark. Like those luxury clone dogs. they were their claws glow in the dark. And I think that that's just a funny concept for a character. Where it's like, hey, this character's, the same in every way except their nails glow in the dark. On the same wavelength. Yeah. Da-na-na. Okay, I have to put a different playlist in. Playlist on. Hold on. Because this one's really short. We'll listen to... We'll listen to my playlist. Or... Do I want to listen to this playlist? Well, it seems that my computer is not keeping up very well. Oh, I want to listen to my la la las. We're listening to my la la las. We're listening to my la la las. That's how scientists check that, like, cats get the markers they're cloning for anyway, make them glow. Glowing cats got the genes. Yeah! And it's also just, like, cool. I also like to think that the twin is a little bit more unhinged. Just for fun. The Mahler twins are voiced by Gantu? Oh my god, that's so funny. It's all connected. It's all connected. Okay, debate question. Would you fuck your clone and would the dog fuck hers? Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Not even a question. it's not the same at all about, like, it's not incest. That's your clone. That's you. What are you talking about? And of course an evil doctor would. Are you kidding? You know, I made this character and I think I like her a lot and she's very funny, but I worry that somebody would look at her and be like, oh, she's so, like, ace representation. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. She's just aloof. She's just aloof. It's not ace representation. I'm not making she's a xenobiologist. I don't know how to say, like, I don't. She's a xenobiologist and a freak. She's just aloof and has autism. Especially if they have your memories, 100%. Yeah. She's not ace, she just has extreme turbo autism. Turbo autism, go! Anyways, I like her. Even though she's my villain. My villain. Let's see, I don't know if I know how to draw today. La la la. La 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 la. We love villains. It's true. Oh, I was drawing this on the symmetry layer. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, I want to figure out what the hell I'm doing with this guy in particular. I care a lot about him. I like him, my big cat boy. I need to make him more evil. Even though he would be on the hero side. I guess you could say the BZ squad is the hero side, but it feels kind of wrong because they're pirates. They're not. What? Oh, this is the Alala. I was like, I don't recognize this song. But I really enjoyed watching Labyrinth. I felt very inspired by it. Antihero? Yeah, I think antihero is kind of the right term for it. It's funny because like BZ is me, but at the same time I try to like classify the BZ like character into like some kind of like writing synopsis, you know? To me, the BZ character in lore is very much akin to your like Lupin the Third, your Spike Spiegel, Puss in Boots, like these like swashbucklers that are kind of a little bit lame in some ways, but have that like I don't know what the word is. Like that like that big sense of confidence in like a really goofy way. I like a swashbuckler. That's really what it is. What the hell am I drawing here? La la la. La la la. Ah la la. I love drawing. But seeing a lot of people talk recently about how important it is to just make shit and just be creative and have fun, and it really is so important. Cunning, untouchable, unbothered. Yeah. I like a character that goes ha ha, and then somebody knocks their sword out of their hand and they go ha. That's sort of the I like that energy a lot. Aha. like bluffing. Like a character that is built on bluffs, I think is really fun. There's like a confidence to it, but the confidence is like specifically that I know that I can outsmart my way out of any situation. So we're just gonna go, you know? Which I think is like particularly funny, a particularly funny dynamic to have with a villain who is like smart in like a very classical sense. Cause like how fucking annoying. Like you like getting your way out of here through like a fucking loophole is just pissing me off. Getting dog walked by a goofus. Yes, 100%. It's like I love drawing shirt collars, but I always get so loosey goosey with them that I don't even really like whatever. Like my silly little shirts that I love to draw. I love to draw a collar. I love to draw a collar. I love to draw a shirt that's a little bit baggy and like bunches up on the shoulders. It's cute. It's cute. It's cute. What the fuck? My music. The first rule of drawing a collar is believe in yourself and have fun. Exactly. And yours. 100% Reagan is this? Yes! Reagan is exactly right. Exactly what I'm talking about. Reagan, Spike Spiegel, Lupin the Third, Puss in Boots. These are all like I love that archetype. It's funny because when I first conceptualized BZ, I saw her as a character that was I wanted her to be very much like I was reading Nagatoro at the time, and so it was like a character like that, like a little bit bratty, sort of, you know, like a character that does a lot of teasing. But I was like, I'm actually not that mean. But in terms of me like finding myself and figuring that out, I'm like, I do really like I think I really love playing like a bluff character. I think that that's so fun. Spider-Man? What about Spider-Man? I don't care about that. Why does this sound like it's being sung by a worm? It's been put through like alien filter. I like idea of like slime my goo man having Ghibli hair. Trying to emote like less if you can emote without eyes, perfect. Spider-Man's supposed to have that same kind of personality. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Like depends on the version of Spider-Man, you know? Cuz like I do think it's like a difficult kind of personality to navigate because it does fall into the trope of oh, he's right behind me, isn't he? Like, you know, like you have to come at it with a complete earnestness and also just like full-throated charisma. If you don't go at it with just like all of your charm points, you're just going to be deeply embarrassing. Slime. Slime. Just gonna keep saying slime. Oh, I'm just doodling. I'm just Now I'm like shy. I'm like shy drawing in front of the class. I'm like, I could try to clean up one of these drawings. I think that would be nice, actually. Let's clean up a drawing. Let's do something like that. Oh, did you not see this drawing, Perp? Did you? The hug! The hug! This was very fun to when I was like doodling it last night. Cause she's just such a fun character to me, but it's one of those things where it's like, okay, where am I actually going to have the eyes point? When you have a character that's like really aloof and has like a very simple expression, where you like point the eyes says so much about, you know, the interaction. Hee hee. Hee hee, big hug. Big hug, big hug. Yay! I love my evil scientist woman. She does not want to be hugged. She does not want to be hugged. Okay. She needs clothes. I need to indicate that there are clothes being worn. How does she feel about Glib? Oh, she loves him. She loves him, but she can't let him know. It's not even like that she can't let him know. It's just that she has autism. So it's like, how would she say anything about it? Like she's not. But she like she loves all of it. It kind of one of those things though where it's like she loves all of her subjects a little bit. All of the little subjects that she's studied, and that's why it like pisses her off. Why the fuck are you running away from me? At BZ, you know? So it's like this thing is cute and a little bit annoying, but also some of my best work. This group loves you. Yes. I said I would clean this drawing up, but I mostly just want to, I don't know, make sure that it looks like she's wearing clothes. That's all. That's the most important part to me. Oops. I got hiccups. I think also, I think there is like a little bit of a thing of like that Glib is very clingy, and she absolutely is not. That's part of the fun of it. My clingy pet slime. It's the dynamic of having having a pet that's very clingy, that you're like, you're very cute and I love you so much, but also I need some fucking space. I can't pet you all the time. Pet me all the time, please, please, please pet me all the time. I need your attention. I need your attention. I'll do anything for you, my queen. Okay, I need you to like go and sit down and watch slime videos for the next 12 hours so I can focus on my work. Okay. Spock eyebrow. Guys, I'm gonna be gone for a while. I'm gonna be gone for the rest of the month after this stream. I'm gonna try and write while I'm gone. No! Well, lucky for all of you, February is a very short month. So, unlucky for me, but lucky for you. I'm gonna sob. No! I'm gonna son of bitch. I'm gonna son of bitch. Son of bitch rode through the sky. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la la. Of course the clingy character is made of slime. Of course! How would it be any other way? My slime. La 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 la. Hello, T! Welcome on in. Enjoy your lurk. I I borrowed, lended? Well, I don't know. I got some books for the library because I'm gonna be gone for a while, and I got some books to read while I'm gone. I still need to finish The Left Hand of Darkness, but I also just got, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So, I'm looking forward to reading that. Yo, I was happy that it was there. They had like 3 copies. It was awesome. I didn't want to get something that was like huge. You know, because I'm gonna be gone for a while, but you know, I didn't want to pack like a huge book. So I'm looking forward to reading that and hopefully being inspired by it. Um, I did feel very inspired by Labyrinth. I thought it was very funny. I forget who it was that said like, "Oh, it's kind of like a problematic romance age gap," and I watched it and I was like, "What do you mean romance? What do you mean romance? Literally, David Bowie is just sexy. David Bowie's just there being sexy." I was expecting like a Beetlejuice situation. Like I was kind of like Beetlejuice, but not really. I was like, well, they said it was like problematic age gap, and I was like, no, he's like David Bowie's literally just sexy. They danced together, but yeah, I didn't think it was overtly romantic. Yeah. To me, I don't know, the way that I see it, my sniff check for that kind of thing is this worse than the average teen girl's One Direction fan fiction? That's like, is this worse than being sold to One Direction? That's where I think is a good like barometric for that kind of thing. And it totally felt to me like, okay, maybe you could read this as kind of a romantic thing, but also it's a complete teen fantasy, you know? I loved it. I thought it, and also like David Bowie is so sexy in it. There was at one point I said, "Oh, I love his huge collar," and then Lux looked at me and was like, "Yeah, that's what people say. That's what people say about David Bowie in that movie. They love his huge collar. His huge collar. That's right. That's right. They love his huge collar." David Bowie Labyrinth. Let me see this man. Let me see. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Um I um just trying to, you know, his huge collar. I mean, look at that. Look at his collar. It's got a huge collar. I love his fushigi tricks. I loved his fushigi tricks. That was so funny. I got so happy every time they had the fushigi juggling going on. It was awesome. Hello, what is going on with the pants, bro? It's don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This it's also just funny. I'm like, oh, this style is very much in line with how I dress my vampire. Like, this is basically how Scribe is dressed too. I'm like, oh, that's funny. That's funny. Somebody else finally understands the appeal of the new romantics. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry, I'm getting distracted now. I like this chair. A very good isekai. A very good. It made me think about like I guess like the isekai genre, because you truly can just, you know, just like invent a bunch of crazy shit and just like throw it at the screen, and if you're having fun, you're doing it right. I don't know. I thought it was awesome. It was just a great adventure. Felt like a bedtime story where just like more and more stuff was happening every few minutes. Um oh, and another thing, I was watching the making of documentary. Um I was watching the making of documentary for Labyrinth because I rented the DVD and there was a character talking in the background that I was like, wow, that sounds exactly like Beverly Crusher in Star Trek. I was like, wow, that's crazy how much that woman in this video sounds just like Dr. Crusher in Star Trek. La la la. And guess what? Guess what? It just was her. It was just Dr. Crusher. She was there doing choreography for Labyrinth. She's a choreographer and she goes by Cheryl McFadden when she's doing choreography, and she does Gates McFadden when she's acting. And her first credit is on Muppets Take Manhattan. And I was like, what the hell? Like, she's just there. And she's so young. Also, this is a really good photo of her. Director of puppet choreography. I'm like, that's so cool. The bit where he was walking through the Escher stairs and steps over a corner and rotates with it broke your brain. It is so cool, and I completely forgot that just like how difficult that was to do something like that then. So it's like an insanely awesome role to have. Director of a puppet choreography. I'm sure it's insane. I'm sure it was in fucking sane. Um there was one moment in the making of documentary where they were talking about Dance Magic Dance. The Dance Magic Dance number where they have like a ton of puppets in this one environment, and they said that once they took the like if you took the puppets out of the set, like when everybody went to lunch, it was like entirely like Swiss cheese. Because there were just, 70 puppets in that one scene, and when you removed them all from the scene, it was just a ton of holes in the set. The whole set was just holes. I'm like, that's so funny. They don't make jobs like that anymore. They don't make puppet choreographer jobs anymore. What does this world come to? I want to listen to Dance Magic Dance. Sorry. Sorry, Cobra Starship, I don't give a shit about you. I don't care! I thought that the baby that they had in the movie was very funny looking. I don't know why. Also, the making of documentary, like you get to hear a lot from Jim Henson in that making of documentary. And if you haven't listened to Jim Henson just like talking, it's so crazy how much like that's just Kermit. Like that Kermit is just his voice with like a little bit of an affectation on it, you know? And when he's talking, you're like, "Holy shit, that's just Kermit." And I think that's funny. I also think that David Bowie is such a good casting for the movie cuz he does have like such an otherworldly look about him. I love his makeup that they have for him. And you know, he's got like it's not quite heterochromia. I think it's like a condition that he has. With his one eye is like his iris is like cloudy, I think. But it has like an otherworldly effect, and he's also just like a little bit strange. Like I don't know. He fits in perfectly without like any. Well, there is a huge effort. I was gonna say without any huge effort, but I'm like that's not fair. That really like diminishes the amount of effort that went in to like hair and makeup and costuming. He's just like fully ready to be a freak about it. Homochromia. He has homophobia in his eyes. Some other alien species that I've considered. I want to do like dragon people, some kind of dragon people for like a medieval D&D kind of planet. I like the idea of like dragons that wear something like falcon hoods. I think that would be cool. I gotta get better at drawing furries. This came back, he's giving a big cuddle. So cute. Yes. I like this drawing. I want to listen to. I want to listen to my 2007 playlist, but it's gonna skip. I don't want it to skip. I'm doing it anyway. It's just one of those days. If you need any computers, I know a company. You know, that's funny. I hadn't considered doing like more synthetic aliens. Something to ponder. Something to ponder. I also like the idea of a winter planet that's like only really temperate around the equator. Um but not even like super temperate, but like temperate in the like a ski resort sort of way. Um so like the denizens of the planet could handle the colder temperatures in other places, but their tourism is almost exclusive to like their equator, and then giving that planet uh like rings. So you have sort of the cool effect that you get when you're really close to the equator and you have rings around a planet. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's so cool. Yeah. This is what Saturn's rings would look like from an equator. I just think it's the coolest shit ever. Like, that's so cool. And then like as you get further away, the effect is slightly different. So cool, yeah. Like, oh, it'd be cool. Anyway, and then having some something fun with the aliens are there. That one's more that I came from like a thought experiment of a planet more than the aliens. I also would love to go back to Barbie BZ and do a planet that um was basically like a landfill for plastic and toys. And then the plastic and the toys like gained sentience. Not in like a magical way, but in just like if you like left a bunch of plastic on a planet and there were also some microbes and stuff, they would, you know, like life would sort itself out and then you'd have living little living Barbie dolls with their own little Barbie society. Even if it's just like a hermit crab sort of setup, like I kind of love that idea of like hermit crabs that live in Barbies as disgusting in a way that is really cool. What if the microbes and the microplastics kissed? Exactly. So I like the idea of BZ and crew picking up a doctor at the planet of misfit toys, and the Barbie they pick up at the planet of misfit toys is a doctor. Dr. Barbie. Dr. Barbie. That's great. Isn't that fun? I also like the idea of having a Barbie as a doctor that's like actually Barbie sized. I think that that's really funny. A dentist who always wanted to be a toy maker. This song always makes me feel a little bit crazy. Diamonds and our bells are ringing, rolling, cabaret choirs are singing. Um, I'm trying to think of any other ones that I was like, ooh, that'd be a fun idea. Hmm. I think that's most of them. I think that's most of them. I do really like the idea of a planet of dragons and kobolds doing Renaissance fair sci-fi. I like medieval fantasy meets sci-fi. I think it's really funny when it's like we're doing like kings and queens and jesters and all of that stuff. But also we have space travel. Imagine aliens visit Earth to buy Earth stuff to resell in space as exotic goods. Oh my god, that's basically what BZ and Co is doing. Like the plan is like, you know, BZ and Co get into sort of the world of the universe, I guess, the galaxy, and are like, okay, we don't know any of these aliens out here. We got to figure out how to make friends and survive out here. We do have a very fast ship, and so they become essentially fences to just transport goods via this very fast ship. And could very much get away with this thing is from the Sol system. Ooh, the Sol system. I didn't know that anything came out of the Sol system. Ooh. Or I guess more accurately would be like the what? The what? Very funny to have characters that are from Earth but are expressly not humans. They call it a labubu. Ooh. The Sol system, the Soul Leaders. I have to move this. Ah! Where did we go? I don't know if I even really care to draw like below that line. Let me see my guy. Where's my guy? There's my guy. I was like, how did I draw his lapels? Trying to sell a Labubu to an alien that looks like a Labubu? Oh my god. This is a religious artifact? Yeah. This right here. It's like, what did they call, like, you know, when they find, like, old artifacts that are just, like, ancient people making humans with animal heads, when they find, like, sculptures of ancient furries? A totem? A fertility totem. A fertility totem! They're like, wow, an ancient Terran fertility totem. A fetish. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I watched a video recently where someone was talking about like spirituality in ancient hominids and like spirituality in art and like where that comes from, like hypothesizing how that developed. And I'm like, I really just think it's a thing of humans were thinking so much that they when they got bored, they just started making stories, you know? It's just a combination of having a brain that's working overtime and having too much time on your hands. You have to fill it with something, and so you just start telling stories and making up myths, and you just go from there. And I always find it very interesting, like it immediately goes to like spirituality and religion. And like I know those things are insanely important, but I think it's very interesting to make it out to be this much bigger thing when really at the end of the day is we love telling stories. It's like the thing of like the Venus of Willendorf. They're like, we think this might have been a fertility totem, and it's like, okay, or it could have just been somebody for whatever reason wanted to sculpt a woman with big boobies. You know? I like the theory that the Venus of Willendorf was just like a self-portrait. I think that that's so cute. Sometimes you make your fire with some funny weeds. That's true too. Sometimes you eat some berries that make you see some shit. But as like an artist myself, I think it's kind of crazy when people insist that creativity is like inherently linked to drugs. I think that that's so. I think that ancient humans were definitely having fun with substances, but I don't think that it's the thing of people who are like, what were they on when they made this cartoon? It's like really a lot of meetings. A lot more meetings than you would ever expect. It's mostly just meetings. It's really not all that you're making it out to be, my guy. Making cartoons is a job like any other. There's a difference between creativity and thinking something is a literal profound truth of the universe to build beliefs around. Yeah. Yeah. I think for me, pretty much everything is an accident. And so far, I don't know. I think that's the best way to explain, it's an accident that the moon crashed into the earth and made it so that we have these tidal forces. It's an accident, you know. And you can attribute whatever divinity that you want to that, but like I think there's something beautiful in the accidental, and so that's how I like to think of it, at least in like a sci-fi context. Don't be stupid. I should make a robot. Well, I guess we have a robot. Yuzu's a robot. I guess that's why I didn't really think about making any, like, robot aliens is... I did have that thought at one point, and then I was like, we should have a robot. And then I was like, wait, we have a robot. That's Yuzu. I've said that Yuzu can be the pilot. Why can't I? There we go. You can have multiple kinds of robots. No, just the one. Just the one allowed. Callum and Yuzu are gonna have to fight over who gets to stay as a robot. Or computer. And then you can fight with the ship system. I'm not a robot, I'm a computer! It's different. It's different. You're so right. Dare to be stupid, guys. Hug! Hug! I want to draw me. I'll leave this drawing on the screen, though. Oh. Don't move the object. I want to move both folders. I don't want to listen to Evanescence right now. I don't. I do like Evanescence, but not the vibe. Alright, let's see if I remember how to draw myself. I don't know, man. I knew a guy that told me his religious beliefs were built around a time he got so high he exited the universe and saw the gods outside it. You know what? He knows more than me. That's cool. You know, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, you know, it makes for a good story. It's all built on good stories, though. Always complaining if money's such a problem. Think we should rob 'em. I always draw the BZ eyelashes like this. Cause I really love the like shape of the eyelashes. They're very annoying to draw. But there's like an alien shape to them that I really enjoy. The rich and the famous, they're always complaining. See? They're like, there's like a dollop, you know? I don't believe every belief comes from that. It's just on the table, you know? That makes sense to me. I think it's, for me though, it's less about like, that like it has to be religious. That's the thing for me when they find these sculptures and stuff. They're like, oh, this has to be religious, and I'm like, are you sure they didn't just want to like Sculpt a dog man? Like, did somebody have to get high and come up with a religion to sculpt a dog man? I don't do that. Like, woo! Welcome on in. It's Brime. Hello. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. If you have to head out and do some post-stream care, you are more than welcome to do so. I know streaming can take a lot out of you. We are just hanging out and drawing today. For as long as people are around, some of us are just going to be addicted to making cool stuff. It's true. And that's because it's awesome. She works at Hot Topic, is heart microscopic. It's like, no, I like the wide-eyed look. There's also this thing that I do with, like, pretty much all of my characters. A detail that I love that is not on BZ, but I draw on so many characters, is, draw the bottom eyelid and then the interior crease of the eye. All of my characters have anxiety. All of my characters are tired or have anxiety. They all have this, like, interior eye crease. I love drawing it. Oh, just like me! Can someone please save us from Punk Rock 101? My muzzle! I also am addicted to drawing characters that have their hair go back like this. I love drawing characters with collars. I love characters that wear their hair, like, not slicked back, but, like, swept back. I love a widow's peak. Pretty much all of my characters have a widow's peak. Because I think it's more interesting to draw. What else are the BZ traits that I love to draw? Heavy boobs. padded shoulders, collars, heavy boobs. I always forget to draw her little tank girl tendrils until it's too late. First rule of drawing a collar is have fun and be yourself. Also, it's literally not me if I don't have my necklace. If I don't have my little choker, it's not me. Run away. Oh, the eraser that I have is not behaving? Weird. Goat beard. Oh no. Which one's the real BZ? I forget if I brought this up on stream. I just remembered this. I like the idea of Mirror Universe BZ being, instead of Jersey BZ, it would be Cali ZB. And she would be blue. And she would be like a light blue. And Valley Girl coded. That's Mirror Universe BZ. This really is like a classic case of like, do you my style does not. Oh, where'd all my stuff go? Get back here. Everybody get back here. Where's my shit? There it is. My style, it just changes. It's just whatever it wants to be at any given moment. That's a different woman. That is a different woman. That is me, but it is not me. All universe always have pencil mustaches and goatees. True. True. It's a byproduct of if you learn how to draw, if you go to school to learn how to draw in a bunch of different styles, congratulations. When it comes to drawing things in your own style, you're like, wait, fuck. Shit, you never draw your character the same way. Any two times. Like, even just like these two drawings that I did right here. I drew this one last night. And I drew this one right now. What the hell's going on? This is cute, though. This is a cute drawing, though. She's cute. She's cute. I'm like, can I draw an on-model BZ? I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to draw an on-model BZ. I don't want to. Though I didn't go to school for it. The school of your mind. Your mind prison. I drew this bacon drawing. It's very cute. I want to draw bacon. Guys, I want to draw bacon. She's so cute. I'm sorry. This is like the cutest character they've ever designed. Hmm. Usually with bacon, I have to like have some kind of idea of like a pin-up-y pose in mind. Maybe I'll just draw her face. She has like a very like old school cartoon eye setup where it's, you know, like very vertical. And her eyelashes always have like, they always go the same direction when I draw her. One of those characters that's like cuter to like not draw the bottom eyelid for. I'm drawing her facing the direction that I usually don't draw characters facing. Help. Send help. Of course that's the thing, when keeping the lashes in the same direction never occurred to you, isn't it? It's like a very cute thing to do. That you don't think about. I was like, I can't get ahead of myself drawing her cute little collar without figuring out where her body is. Like, I always want to draw her with a like a pin-up sort of physicality, you know? At least in this sort of form. Ad break time! Soon. Piggy! Hmm. I love this song. Don't mean to walk around in circles, walk around in circles, round in circles, walk around in. Walk around in circles, walk around in circles, walk around in circles, walk around in. Hmm. Herm. Just like redraw it 1,000,000 times. I also love a shoulders up kind of pose. I kind of think it's just always cute. It's one of those things that I'm like hyper aware of and try to make it different. I should BRB and go to the bathroom. I will be right back while the ads are going. Hello, I'm back. I just remembered I had a drawing that I started like a month, maybe 2 months ago. No, it's definitely a month ago. That I think would be fun to try and continue. So after, excuse my hiccups, after I'm satisfied with this doodle, I might try to continue that drawing. And it's like fun and pin-uppy, so I think that it'd be good for stream today. This is this is a very funny booby pose, but very bacon. My favorite thing about bacon is that she's got little tusks. She's got very sharp little teeth like pigs do. They're very cute. Yeah, I like when people draw Miss Piggy with little tusks too. I think more pig characters in media, please. I think pigs are so cute. I've always really liked pigs and elephants. Those are like two of my favorite animals that I just think are so stinking cute. Goats too, obviously. That goes without saying. Piggy! I didn't give myself enough like clearance to draw her ears. I always draw them like insanely huge. I think the hair should go that way. Didn't have ice cubes, so they brought vanilla ice. For you no way, for you no way. Piggy tail. Piggy tail. I always draw her legs way too big. Not like width-wise, but too long. And I'm like, oh wait, shit. I need to like do that. Like I need to bring it up. Even then I'm like, it's still too tall. I have very like leg forward Sailor Moon style characters, I think, a lot of the time. Whatever. I'll leave it. I'll leave it. Where's my song? Hello? Guys, I want to listen to Circles again. I'm ruining the queue by listening to Circles again. It's just a good song, guys. It's just a good song. I like it a lot. I get to do this fun thing with Bacon though, that I can just like do like a fun little sheer outfit. Use like walk around in circles, walk around in just like play with my brushes to I don't know. Make her little clown collar. Don't mean to walk around in circles, walk around in circles, walk around in circles, walk around and don't mean to walk around in circles, walk around in circles, walk around in circles, walk around and it's important to have characters that make you want to sketch with weird brushes. He's short enough for this stack. It's true. More! More! Don't mean to walk around in circles. Now I'm like, now I want to play with the brushes and just like put color in her eyes. That should be under the line art though. Her little bacon stripe. That needs to be blue. Blue. Maybe we just do a slightly different. Piggy! Just a little piggy. Okay. All of this getting this folder. There's a bacon in here. I liked the sketch that I did, but I think I would need to get some sort of reference out to make it look the way I want it to. I do like this. I do like this drawing. I think it's funny. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I wanted to work on this. I wanted to do something with like a fun bit of perspective on this, and so I literally was like using like posed models to help figure it out, and like perspective grid and everything. I'm like, I want to do something with perspective. I wanted to do a pervert drawing. That is a safe for work pervert drawing. Okay? And that's what this is. So I'm gonna bring it over to the other thing here, and it's easier for me to work on a new file. There we go. Okay, that's there now. This lives over here. You don't have to be in here anymore. We'll keep the other things up. Whoa. So this works for the season. Atoshugoshi. BRB. Michael! Oh, I was like, why is that not... Imagining Glib as the viewer casting a translucent shadow. The, like, idea behind this one was, like, running into somebody in the hallway and knocking all of the shit over, and it's like, motherfucker, are you gonna help me pick that up? You gonna help me pick that up, or are you just gonna stare down my shirt? Like, what? I forgot to remove this Kingdom Hearts song from this playlist. As much as I love it, it does not fit the playlist. I figured it was that. Hee hee hee. It's also why I didn't give her her glasses. That, or I just forgot what they looked like and how to draw them whenever I drew this. You can tell that I drew this closer to when I drew this, or at least was looking at this as a reference more. I don't really care too much about being like on the ball with my references because it's my house, and I think it's just as important to figure out how to draw your character comfortably, because the character is going to evolve. To like whatever you find most comfortable to draw. This is the next big thing. Where I want. You can tell that I have a problem, a perversion when it comes to drawing collars, because I literally started drawing the collar first. Like, what? You stop that! Put that fucking collar down! What the hell's wrong with me? Why can't I draw this line? do think that like a roundness of the cheek is really an element of the character design that I really like. I'm fighting for my fucking life. I'm fighting. We are under fucking attack. I don't know how to draw this line. La 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 la. La 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 la. I love drawing. Where is my reference? How big are your damn eyes, girl? Okay, now I'm like, okay, the eyelashes do go over, but it probably shouldn't go that much. It's not really the eye that's the issue here, it's the eyelash. She was a skater boy! Already know, and they all got tickets to see a show. She takes a look, stands in the crowd, except for the man I seen her down. This is another weird line that I think I have to rotate my canvas to figure out how to draw. That's not quite it, but whatever. Sorry, girl, but you missed out. What time like them boys by now? We are more than just good friends. This is how the story ends. The soda is inside. The collar pervert strikes again. It's me, the collar pervert. I've been successfully taking a moment to mentally plot out the line I need to draw before I actually move to draw when I can't quite get it right. just gotta rotate the canvas until I figure it out. And that's usually what everybody needs to do. I remember distinctly one of the issues that I was facing when I drew this was like I wanted to have like one leg visible, but like drawing the foot from this angle was like something that I was not interested in doing. I was like, you really don't have to draw the shoe in a pose like this if you don't want to. And I was like, oh. I deliberately chose such a difficult glasses shape to draw all the time. Like I think I have problems. Why do I make it difficult? Just make them round like every other crazy scientist character. No, I want her to have sharp glasses, please. So, okay, if it was... Hold on. I'm gonna draw this. We have the other glasses here. Something like this, right? This one I think need to be a little bit bigger to match. I think I would need to... What's the hotkey to... I want to mess with the perspective of it. I think there's something fun to be had with glasses that, like, you know? That's the fun of having a character with glasses is doing shit like that. Like, ooh. Yes. Wow. Hi, Oswald. Yay! When characters are like, your drawing is sexy, I'm like, yippee! I did it! I'm winning! I'm winning at drawing. Throw up your hands, say I don't wanna be in love. I don't wanna be in love. Say I don't wanna be in love. I don't wanna be in love. There's something I need to fix with this boob, though. I think I want this boob to be in front. And I'm like, shit. Fuck. uh yeah, that'll do. That'll do. That'll do. I accidentally drew on top of the same with the glasses layer. Shit. Oh well, this is just like going from a messy sketch to a clean sketch. It's not like I'm cleaning it up for like a print or anything like that. I'm just drawing cuz it's fun. Cuz if I'm going to make something big and fancy out of anything that I'm drawing today, it would just take too long and I don't want to stress myself out. Everybody, throw up your hands, say I don't wanna be in love. I don't wanna be in love. Say I don't wanna be in love. I don't wanna be in love. Love when you do art streams like this. That makes me so happy. I'm like, I hope people aren't bored. I'm always like, am I ever making any sense when I talk about like OC ideas and world building? I'm always like, it's so fun and I love doing it. And then, you know, I started today and I was like, am I making any sense? Do people like this? Like I think part of it is like I get a little bit anxious like when you talk about OCs and stuff like that. It feels like it's not the same as actually doing something with them. I have to kill the part of me that thinks that it's not enough, you know? Like, here's my dolls. Here's my dolls. Do you like my dolls? Now, this is a Valentine's song. Okay, I like this hand less, but whatever. I'm not gonna freak out about it. I like the dolls a lot. Thank you! Thank you, thank you! I like them too. I don't know what else I want to do with this drawing. I just wanted to work on it a little bit more and plot it out a little bit. I don't want to. I don't. Want, I can figure out what the fuck this shoe should look like back here. I don't want to do that though. I don't want to Fuck. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. You don't have a foot right now. I don't care. It's just such a weird angle. I'll figure it out at some point. Some days you wake up and you're just really good at drawing a thing. Just say she casually broke her ankle. You fucking broke my ankle, you rube, you buffoon. You broke my ankle. I need to be carried princess style to my bed. Kill that guy. Kill that guy. We'll just clone him again. That's what you get for breaking my ankle. Oh. Okay, that was fun. You broke my ankle! Send him to the principal's office and have him expelled! Oh, I'm missing an important detail. Guys, I almost forgot. How come nobody said anything? And her mole. Yes, she has a beauty mark in the same spot as BZ, because it's funny. Cause it's funny! What if we touched beauty marks? Well, it would be on the opposite side, Callum. It would be on the opposite side. I was also considering for her clone having the beauty mark be on the opposite side. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. What does this look like without the sketch? I love seeing the sketch layer. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's wrong with me. Yeah, you get some fun drawings in here. Yeah, let's just like draw on this one. I want to draw my werewolf guy. If I'm just like drawing him without thinking about it. He has like a very particular pattern of facial hair that I find really fun to draw and just like funny, which is like this like triangle soul patch and like sideburn type deal, which I saw somebody draw Mirror Universe Spock with that like pattern of facial hair, and I thought it was so funny, and I was like, I'm stealing that. And I like it a lot. I usually like give him like a strong brow, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to simplify it or not. I didn't give him enough space for ears. Get down here. Get down here so I can give you some big fucking ears. Get your damn ears out of the caption. Important that there's like a big chunk taken out of the ear. But yeah, with him, I'm like, I don't know. I want more werewolf, maybe to like just like make something just like a little bit more like permanently furry about like them, like a muzzle or something, or I don't know. I haven't really decided. I do think that like a huge fur ruff is like so important. Hmm. It's not really something I'm in a rush to find out, like, or to figure out. It's one of those things that I'll probably like draw and then eventually get where I want to be. Like that he's got little claw marks. So for my werewolves have like a bit of a lion dynamic. I like lions. Um and lions are also like not eusocial in the way that like ants and beetles and stuff are, but they have like strong you know, community hierarchies and things like that. I've been calling his like gender class, I've been calling it Rex. It's the way that I've like devised it in my mind is that it's an additional like sex marker. So there's like in terms of like sex markers, there's male and female, but there's also like it's like we're doing alpha and omega stuff, you know? We're doing alpha and omega stuff, except it's just alphas. It's for these guys, it's just alphas and betas. There's no omegas. It's just alphas and betas. So there's just normal people, and then there are like there are normal werewolves, and then there are Rex werewolves who are like stronger, the warrior class. Yeah, sex, yes. They like culturally enjoy like a great deal of power. Um and typically have like relation to like Rexes are more closely related to other Rexes. And so like power exists within like family structures pretty readily, and there's like a lot of toxicity among that, sort of like a fraternity vibe to family clans. And similar, like the way that lions work is that lions will split off. Like the male lions will split off to exist in like bachelor packs before they sort of fight their way into having their own pride. I mean, hi Elaine, happy Valentine's Day. Hope you're having a good one. I hope you've had some yummy chocolates or treats or whatever you like to have on Valentine's Day. Hope you're taking care of yourself. So yeah, like bachelor packs, uh sort of toxic masculinity, but it's not technically masculinity, it's a different flavor. um a lot of like territorial behaviors. and fun stuff like that. Where on the other side, the vampires have something, I guess, closer to how things are in like Homestuck, where just like all of the it's like much more bug-like. All like drones, all of these vampires. I should really come up with names for them. I didn't ever come up with the names for the alien species, and I should come up with them. But the vampires have like all of them are born to a queen. They have a strict like queen hierarchy where the only members of the species that like breed are the ones that are like the queen and all of that. Greg, Chris, Matt. These are not good alien names, Gore. Those are not. But like how ants and bees are, like all of them are born to like one queen. I think in this case it would be like a couple of queens, but they all exist like in like very protected cities. And then the other, I always forget how to draw him. I can draw this guy so easily. But this one I always struggle. He's newer to me. I have to remember where the middle of the face is. And so pretty much like most of the species is drones, soldiers, and then like the nobility only really exist within like very protected cities and like very protected spaces. And then just sort of like the fodder of soldiers, they like have some kind of setup in that they kind of mimic having like bonded pairs and stuff like that, even though they don't really need to have them just for like bonding practice. So you like fight harder if you like the people that you live with. So like arranged marriages and much like stricter like social hierarchy going on in there. All right, it's Valentine's Day. It is Valentine's Day. Stargate Atlantis, the vampire race doesn't share their names when captured and interrogated. Sometimes give dumb human names. That's funny. My characters' names are Lycan and Scribe. And if you think about it for more than a few seconds, you can figure out how they were named that. Some people just figured it out. To be fair, Lycan came first. Lycan, I thought, would be a funny name for a werewolf character if it was spelled like the moss. And it is. It is a funny name for a werewolf. You're sitting here all night like Lycan is so cute, and then you said it like that. Yeah. It's Commandant Lycan and Subcommander Scribe. Common and Lycan subscribe. It's not just that it's Lycan Scribe, he's Commandant. Like that's his rank is like, it's not commander, it's commandant. Lycan Colony is a funnily bad werewolf movie. I do love bad werewolf movie. That's funny. But one of the aspects of both of them is that this is a good song for them, actually. You're taking NyQuil so you can go to bed. I making things even crazier for you. This one, Lycan is a little bit stupid, but like in a social way. He is not very conniving. Hey, Apogee! Hi, happy Valentine's Day! You're animating before bed. Oh my gosh, that's fun. I should have animated something. I want to animate something now. Um, but yeah, Lycan is not very conniving. Scribe is very much conniving. But in some ways, if you're trying to, it's like trying to play chess with a rock. Like sometimes brute force is actually the best option. Very much a situation of sometimes the best thing is actually just like hit a thing as fucking hard as you can, and it's like, haha, I've got you, and it's like, actually, how about I just beat the shit out of you? Eating the pieces when he turns around. Exactly. How did I? Okay, just like even more. You are playing chess with a gorilla. It upends the board and beats you with the table. Yes. You're waiting for your melatonin to kick in? It's me, your sleep paralysis demon. Hold on. Hold on. Is that anything? Oh, we get to listen to circles again! No, not the sleep paralysis demon. But yeah, I think that's like probably also a trait of like, you know, these vampires are skinny, small things. Technologically speaking, they have more shit figured out because they need to.
Piggy dipping at the piggy pond.
Like, my werewolves are not as technologically advanced, but they don't need to be. Which doesn't make them less effective, you know? Where these fuckers are playing around more with, like, crossbows and poisons and, you know, more elegant methods of capture, I guess. Your dad used to feed you allergy meds before prescribed melatonin for insomnia? Oh my god, now I owe the Hat Man money. Oh shit. That's not good. Big elf ears. I'm usually not like a big elf ear person. I think it's really funny when people get really crazy about their funny little elf ears.
Logos Binted? What?
You don't have to pay. He never does anything. He just stands there menacingly. I like the thought that the vampires have good hearing, and the werewolves have better like taste and hearing. Not hearing, but smell, taste and smell. But I just can't help but draw big fucking ears on every single any character that has like these kinds of ears. I'm like, yes, just draw the big ears. Into the elf ears like a Ferengi. But in my BZ verse, this is the fucker who wants to get off planet, and he's like, I'm gonna take a little blood bag with me. I can't leave here without a little blood bag. Hello, you're coming with me. Fucking, even if you don't want to. I need a little snack. I need a little snack to go with me. Are they interplanetary? They're from the same planet. Their planet is, I want it to be maybe like a binary star system that surrounds a one of the stars is a brown dwarf. So like most of their sky is very dark. They're like circling a brown dwarf planet. So spooky, Halloweeny, dark and orange planet. Have they spread to other planets? No. See, I don't follow the Prime Directive. They're intergalactic planetary. Sorry. He's probably spreading planets every night. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, they probably don't have very much of an idea of like space and the stars. But my thinking for them is that BZ shows up on Halloween planet, and this motherfucker sees her and is like, "What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What is that? Why does it kind of look like it's some kind of weird cross between this and this? What does that mean? What does that mean? That's not supposed to happen. These are two entirely separate species of not hominids, two entirely separate species that have lived on this same planet and are at constant war. What the fuck do you mean that there's something that looks like it's a halfway cross between the two of them? You know? And, you know, then going out of his way to contact this motherfucker to be like, what is that? We gotta work together to figure out what the hell this thing is. And then it's like, hey, maybe we can stop, like, being at war and shit if we use this little pink thing as, like, a way to, like, broker peace in some kind of capacity. And then this guy's like, fuck no, I'm getting out of here. Like, fuck no. No, that sounds hard. I want to leave. They're literally just gonna kill us. We have to get out of here. So, specifically, how did they have colonies? They'd still need each other there too. Yes. So it's like one of those things where, you would think that these two species that are at like constant war with each other, that there would be, that like one of them would come out on top, but it's because they need each other. They can't, if there's too much of an imbalance, it works out the opposite way, right? Like if the scales tip too far in like one side's favor, then you end up with like malnutrition and starvation on the other side. So they have to be like in balance with each other. Warhammer 40k lore, is this a thing at Warhammer? I would believe it. Warhammer's crazy like that. Kind of like, you know, like that's why people have to like hunt deer populations, because if there's too many deer, then they run out of food and then they like starve, and it's actually worse for the deer. It's like that. But the fun kicker is they don't like need to be fighting. Like they can work together and just like, you know, like they could be like cohabitating. But it's much easier for them to be like at war with each other than for them to, you know, work together. And only because there are the people in power want to maintain the structures of power. They want to maintain the war, they want to maintain their power, and so things kind of have to stay at like a similar level of stasis. Yeah. It benefits a few at the top of society to have an endless war. Yep, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. I don't know. It's like something that I've been thinking about a lot recently. Like, what? Warhammer is crazy. It's a planet whose military is so strong their planet cracked in half before they were defeated. Sci-fi is crazy. Sci-fi is crazy. I'm sure that I could like sit down and listen to somebody like yap about Warhammer for like longer than the normal person I think would be willing to put up with it. This Edgeworth looking motherfucker. Also, this is just between you and me, but I like the idea also of this motherfucker having a goddamn like Ponfar moment where when far enough away from like a queen of the species undergoes what happens to naked mole rats when that happens, and where they become a queen of their species. So, oops. But you only heard that from me. You didn't hear that from me. Yeah. Love that. I'm like, ooh, that's fun. Blinks, who said that? Blinks, who said that? And because it only really works with a character like this who is like, it has to do with biology. The biology of Vulcan biology. Like, okay, motherfucker, what do you mean by that? And if you aren't a paying subscriber, you're not privy to whatever I just said. That's just for the people who pay money and watch the VODs. Also, important to me that like they're like fucking each other up a little bit in terms of like it's harder to see on this design right here. And I want to make it more obvious in a different iteration. He's missing an arm. This one, he doesn't have an arm. Like, I always forget which one, but he is missing an arm. Missing an arm. Missing a wing. Missing an eye. There's a bite taken out of the ear. He's missing a tooth. It's all of these. They're just like taking chunks out of each other. You love these? Oh my gosh, thank you, Ethel. Thank you. Big wide eyes. Damn, they do it rough. Please don't. And money is such a problem. Chunks, huh? Listen, that's just, you know, that's just what's happened. That's just what's happened. I like my yaoi toxic. Toxic. There's also just something very funny to me. Not funny so much as like, I like the dynamic of one character. It's a Prince and the Pauper sort of situation where one character enjoys sort of the luxury of like a life of royalty, but also the trade-offs that come with that, like the politics of it all that are definitely not something that he enjoys. He does not have like the patience for the politics of that life. Just sort of enjoys being a second son in that capacity, where it's like the lowest rank of nobility and all the fun social shit that comes with that. God, I love this song. And then the other one is just powerless and desperate for that kind of power. One desperate for power. One is desperate for power, and the other one is desperate to like get rid of his power. I'm like, that's fun. That's a fun little duo situation. Don't they already have a second son? You funny guy over here. I said, wouldn't it be so cool to have like a binary system with like a brown dwarf, and if you're orbiting that brown dwarf so closely, like so much of your sky is just like consumed by dark. And that's the other thing, it's like the like their sight would be so insanely bad on like a bright planet. Like I just like even going on the ship, they would be like, fuck! It's too bright! I have a fucking headache! Like that's why I've like considered that, you know, their planets have like they have enhanced senses that aren't sight, you know? Big boy. Big boy. Do they get wicked wraparound sunglasses? They absolutely should. They absolutely should get cool guy sunglasses. We gotta get, like, aviators. Aviators. Yes. This is making me think of the fucking alien in the Avatar Navi that's wearing the Ray-Bans. Oh my god. As a kid, you wrote Toxic Kitsune Yaoi before you even know what any of those words meant. Like, people don't understand how bloodthirsty children are. Also, hi, Ashley! Hi, Ashley! Welcome on in! I would also like to reiterate that, like, their designs, one of them is based off, like, the New Romantics style costume choices. And then, this one that I'm drawing right now, I realized is, like Juggalo adjacent, but genuinely my intent was, like, hairbands. Hairbands like Kiss and that era of music and costuming. And then I realized, like, literally on a walk yesterday, I was like, wait, fuck, I just, like, reinvented Juggalos. Doggy. Big cat. Big cat. His face suits the name Uncle Craig at the family barbecue. I love drawing, like, a big mane. I also think it's really fun to draw a little pencil mustache on my vampire. Like, sorry, it's just funny. It's just funny. You should give your characters facial hair. Give your characters facial hair. Make them bald. Draw facial hair. I'm fucking begging you. Just, like, even, like, small little things are just so fun. I draw 2 lines to give this guy a pencil mustache, and it says so much about who he is. I'm gonna move this down a little bit so I can have room to draw hair. And hell yeah, I'm a motherfucking princess. I can tell you like me too, and you know I'm right. Give them shitty facial hair. It's so funny. Especially if you're making aliens. If you're making aliens and you want them to be like Star Trek similar, like humanoid, at least let them have facial hair. You're crazy. I love giving my teen characters little scraggle chin hairs like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Have a trans bass character only has sideburns because all they can grow. Their beard and mustache attempts are so bad. I think people are scared. I think people are scared to, like, draw, like, interesting, like, hairstyles and facial hair, like, all of these, like, things. Like, please, it's so fun. Neck. I also love drawing characters with long necks. I think it's fun. He got Italian jeans, but like the balding fat man ones. Oh no, the Tony Soprano! Give him the Tony Soprano classic. Also, something very funny that I want to point out. Both of these characters having very protected necks in their designs. Like, they have to wear something on their neck. I don't want to get bit on the neck! I need to see them chewing on each other's necks like chew toys. Hmm. I like the way you think. I like the way you think. And I'm like, do I really have the time to... Sitting here and thinking. I'm thinking. Like, if I were to, I have to, like, visualize in my mind a good pose. And if I can visualize one, I will make an attempt. Because that's a good idea! I like it! Do it cartoon style, like it got scribe in his mouth like a dog. Put that down! Put that down right now! Oh, that's another thing. Get a character who's based on a Greyhound Chihuahua mix, so he's genuinely sickly, shaky look, I imagine. Oh my god. I know you see my vision. That reminds me of a detail. Because Lycan is inspired by hairbands like Kiss, and also I said that his species has really good smell and taste. I have to remember how to draw. Give me a second. I'll get there. Kitty! Big tongue. Big tongue. Big tongue. Big tongue. Bleh. I drew it! One of these drawings has it. Not that one. It's above this. It's above this. I drew big tongue. Big tongue. When I was like, oh, I was trying to figure out what tongue would look like. I'm trying to make a more animalistic design. Jesus, okay, I get why he stays with him. Big tongue. I don't like this drawing. I want to do it again. I might be running out of drawing juice, everybody. I might need to...
Piggy dipping! Piggy dipping at the piggy pond!
You're right. I just need to drink more drawing juice. Of course, it's that easy. Obviously. Doopa-doopa-doo-da-da, doopa-doopa-doo-da-da. That's better. That's better. So lonely and only waiting for you to come back and tell me I love you. Dippa-dippa-doo-da-da, dippa-dippa-doo-da-da. Big dong. But yeah, also one of the reasons that they're not like interplanetary is like I would think that an interplanetary species dealing with whatever freak shit that they've got going on would have like figured out how to synthesize a solution, you know? I think that they live on a rock that is relatively resource light. It's already dealing with there not being a great deal of like available like sunlight. You know, there's like not as much a plant life. And I think like part of it I really like the idea that at one point in time there were a lot of resources, but because there has been this endless war, because there's like such a desperation for resources, they have like hunted all of their other available solutions to extinction, you know? It's like how there used to be like a birth control plant, but we used it to extinction, you know? They rented a hotel room. There was only one bed. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. We only have one room left on the ship for you. All of the naughties insist in taking up all of the other rooms that we have on this giant ship. I'm sorry you have to share a bed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Started playing Marvel Rivals. You set animating as your reward for winning a round to trick your brain into thinking animating is fun. Whatever works! She left him for staring at girls and not caring cause she thought Bon Jovi broke up. I wanna change my playlist. I wanna listen to anime. Aphrodisiac plant going extinct is your Roman Empire, and that's about when it went extinct too, I think. Oh, I want to listen to this. Sorry, Corona, I don't want to listen to that song. Yes, the Pinocchio P song. I like it. Big, big meaty claws. I haven't decided what the claws really look like. I like shape of claw. I love Pinocchio P. One of my favorite Miku songs is literally "Kick Your Ass." I like the music video for that song a lot. I want to draw my scientist again. Tong. I want to see the drawing that I did again. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. I like that drawing. Oh, you know what? I want to draw my slime. Guys, I want to play with slime. But I just want to stare at this drawing a little bit, so I'll just keep it to the side. Holy mama! Okay, well. Well, thank you. You know what? I should have. I don't know where I would fit in if I were to draw. Oh, I guess that works just fine. If I were gonna add the her like little ID. You know? That could be fun too. I didn't bother with the lab coat. I do like the lab coat. I barely draw it. I draw it when I want to remind everybody that she's a scientist. Load-bearing scientist lab coat that I frequently just take out of the equation. Hmm. I want to draw something that's like very silly and stretchy. I can hold her burdens for her. Hmm. Funny little slime. I'm drawing my weird Tumblr sexy man. Hmm. I don't know. That's how I'm feeling right now. I don't know. I don't know. I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't know what to draw, so I'm just aimless. I know. I know what I want to draw. Draw a cool monster alien? I only know how to draw sexy people, Gore. I only know how to draw sexy people. I don't know how to draw cool monsters. I only know how to draw sexy monsters. Good night, Perp. Enjoy. Stream will be left up. Your drawings are so cute. Thank you. Draw a sexy monster alien. Well, if I didn't get a cute idea first, I would do that. Hmm. Hmm. She's like looking at the camera. Hmm. I really like the idea of my slime being obsessed with puppets, partially because he's based on a character that is originally inspired by Kermit the Frog, but also I think it's really funny to have a slime character that has like tendrils, right? That uses them primarily for um like little puppets. That's where this is going. I just want to illustrate that. Smiles. Miku. Goodbye, Miku. It's just a funny little puppet. It's a little bit of a dynamic. I think there's a little bit of a dynamic of that he can't help but be silly. And she's like, "Can you fucking take this seriously?" And it's like, "Oh, it's Howie." But also he just like feels bad about how stressed out that she is all the time, and he just wants to, you know, he just wants her to not feel stressed out, so he wants to make her laugh. He's got a case of the sillies. And you know, she probably has like a really cute laugh. She probably has a really cute laugh that like it's really hard to get a laugh out of her. But when you do get it, it's like, oh my god. Cute. Cute. that's that's a really funny way to draw the mouth. Oh. That's cute though. But yeah, I think there's something very funny about an alien like glib in that, yeah, inherently like a very dangerous kind of alien to exist, and for them to let it get as bad as it gets is insane. But he's like relatively harmless, so it's like, okay, we'll just let him hang out. But I like the idea of like at some point some kind of aliens realize what the hell he is and are like, "Oh my god, we need to kill it." Like the only thing saving him is his personality. Well, like he's useful. Like he's useful to Dr. Gray. So like Dr. Gray would not get rid of like such a like a helpful asset, you know? And he's cute. But I think that, you know, I think that any species that would know what he is would be like, holy shit, we need to quarantine and kill that thing. And they're like, fuck, we gotta get out of here. The only thing saving you is his personality. Oh. Just me. Another case of me drawing the doctor in just a way that looks so different. Oh, she needs her full eyes. I can't just Scooby-Doo her eyes so she doesn't look like herself. La la la. Oh, I see. Like he'd be a problem if he wanted to be. Yes. Though he's choosing to be good. And if that ever changed, then that would be a problem. But then it's also like a little bit of a thing of like, hey, stop using the cloning machine. We have to like limit how much we use the cloning machine, otherwise this guy's gonna get way too big. This guy's gonna get out of control. We're gonna like run out of space. We're gonna have to like split him up into like different like there's gonna be multiple of him or something. Like we have to figure something out. I love this Teto song. Just eject capsules into space. Literally the worst thing you could do. Yay! He's so happy. He's so happy. Yay! Yippee! I do like the idea of like eventually designing a kind of more alien form for him. I like that face, so I'm keeping it. That's like I don't have it exactly in mind, but something a little bit more that's just like the this kind of shape. Like, oops. This got a little out of hand. Oops. Shit. Fuck. This is not good. It's just basically just like a big tendril monster that's also a little bit like a one of those dogs, you know, the something shepherd, just a shepherd dog. What are they called? Sheepdog, right? Sheepdog. That's what they call them. Yeah, like a sheepdog. Maybe with eyeballs. Who knows? I kind of like it without. Anyway, I like this. I like this face. He's so excited! Yes! She likes it!
Yippee!
She likes my funny puppet! It's working! It's working! Yes! Anyway, I think that's where I'll leave things. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. Let's see who's online that we can go and raid. Happy Valentine's Day. Sorry I didn't try any kissing. I got shy. I got shy. We will go and raid. We will go and raid. Probably. Oh, let's go raid Milk. Alcra Milk is streaming right now. So we'll go say hi to Alcra Milk. Happy Valentine's Day! That's what our raid message will be. It'll be Apple Parade. Happy Valentine. Or you know what? Yeah, happy Valentine's Day. Apple Parade. There you go. That's our raid message. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me and letting me yap about my OCs for 4 hours. I will be back in March. I'm sorry that I have family obligations and I won't be back until March. I would be back sooner if I could. I had a lot of fun today. I hope that you all were inspired to make your own OCs and wiggle them around in your brain like Barbie dolls, because it's the most fun that you can have in the whole world. And yeah, please take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Go get yourself some ice cream or something. Stay hydrated, eat some good food. Kiss the homies goodnight. And of course, most importantly of all, stay sexy out there. Stay sexy out there. Goodbye!